in, everybody. How are we all doing this very, very, very nice Thursday evening or Friday morning afternoon, depending where it is you're watching from? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's getting through their work weeks. And hey, Friday is just around the corner. TGIF, folks. So, a little bit different here for Thursday nights. We have our Pro Am 2 lobby for everybody this evening from round 5 this past weekend. And it is our final race here from Flat Out Racing North America for round 5 at Interlagos. So, what can we say about this? Well, we'll get there in a second, ladies and gentlemen. We want to do some shout outs here real quick. We had Corey Turner coming in with the huge support 15 minutes ago, just before we went live on stream. Corey, my guy, much love, my man. Huge shout out to you, my dude. Welcome to the winner's circle. We'll have that page up for you here in a couple of days, so you can start getting your extra benefits, of course, for being a supporter. I really do appreciate that, my man. Much love. We have Corey Hawkins up in the chat saying, let's go. Hope you're well, my man. Hey, Sticky Bandit. We got Stefan coming in saying, hey, Corey. Hulky, what is up, my dude? Hey, what up, Ghost? Oh, let's go, Trone. Let's go, THG. Boy, the boys are in the house tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Whew. All right, so we're not getting our alerts on Streamlabs here tonight. I didn't think we were. Pardon me. Stefan Walters coming in with the thumbs up. Corey Hawkins coming in with thumbs up. Hulky coming in with that heart and the share on the stream. Much love, everybody. Hope we're doing really well tonight. Not sure why we're not getting these alerts. However, I'm not the only content creator right now having a similar issue, so we'll just continue on. No big deal. All right, so Pro Am 2 lobby, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers are driving the Subaru BRZZ, depending how you say it, 300 Ti GT3 race car. This is pre-update, so this is at the old settings. Now, since the update that just happened last evening, the BRZ got a little bit of a buff here finally after they nerfed it into the ground. So it's going to be interesting to see how the car changes affect the driving from the drivers going into next week's round, or I guess in a couple days here on Saturday and Sunday at Brands Hatch. And of course, that'll be the final race before the holiday break here for all our drivers. So, I mean, yeah, with every update, they change things a little bit. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens this weekend. But that's this weekend. Back to what's at hand here. We're getting sidetracked very easily today. Let's go through our list here real quick. We have a small field here today on track. A lot of the Pro Am 2 guys with the cars not able to get them out on track here today, suffering from whatever the issue is. But the car's not able to get out from behind pit wall and be race ready here today. So we do have Trone Kobe on track. We do have Barry on track as well. Sweaty Palms is on track as well. Prozac is away, so is Mao. Mini Dan is not in the field today either. We do have Phoenix. Matt is in the field as well. C. Turner is here. We do not have Average Tom here today, nor do we have RJ, and we are missing Fuentes as well, but we do have Apex Cupcake here in the lineup. So we only got 8 drivers here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to be a half field full of drivers here today. And again, you know, these cars go through a lot of stress and strain throughout the racing season. The cars require constant maintenance, and sometimes things just break on race cars, and these guys just don't get them out on the tracks, and that's just a part of racing. So some of the guys are just missing out on Interlagos here, and they're going to have to eat a drop round, and hopefully they get those cars sorted out, and we see them back on track in the United Kingdom here this weekend on Brands Hatch. So I bet he does good. You already see the Midnight Stealth. Hey, much love, Corey. Much love, my dude. Midnight Stealth, eh? Alright. This race was ran 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time this past Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is presented by Flat Out Racing North America and sponsored by GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team. Of course, I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. Welcome in, everybody. And our graphics here. So once we take these guys down, boom, boom, boom. And our graphics here provided, of course, by Hypre Graphics. So GT45 Gaming works with Hypre Graphics for all of our broadcasting needs, and he does a really exceptional job. He's very quick, and well, you guys see the end result. It looks amazing on stream. So huge shout out to Hypre. And of course, his driver not in the division here today, but having a good debut last week in round 4 at Spain. So it's going to be interesting to see what he has in store for the next round coming into this weekend. Scott Arthur coming in with that thumbs up as well. Some of them are coming in, some of them are not. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to do a quick check on all our metrics here. And then we are going to go. Scott coming in with like I don't even know how many shares that is, but there is a multitude of shares there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get a hashtag Scott up in the chat. This guy's an absolute legend. Looking good here on Facebook. Looking pretty good over on the YouTubes. I think we're good to go here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So let's flip it over. Let's go see what's going on. All right. So as you can see, 8 drivers on track here tonight. We do have Tyrone Colby sitting in pole position here tonight, and huge bonus point there for Tyrone. And of course, Tyrone is the championship points leader currently, coming into round 5 as well. And we'll bring those standings up at some point throughout the race for everybody, and we'll go through where all our drivers are sitting in the Pro-Am 2 division coming into round 5. So Tyrone Colby qualifying in pole position. Right beside him is going to be Sweaty Palms, but in a sense it's kind of a good spot to be. You're a little bit lined up behind the leader here in second place, but you do have the inside track going into the set of S's in turns 1, 2, and 3 right at the beginning of the race. So if you can get up beside that leader, gives you a shot to take that lead away right off the bat at the race here. We got Matt here in third place as well. We've got Apex Racing's Cupcake, so sponsored driver here from Apex Racing in fourth place. Alex Fuentes here in fifth, and this is Cupcake's debut too, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not mistaken. We have Phoenix here in sixth place, and Phoenix is very close in second place in championship point standings here, chasing Tyrone Colby right now, so he's going to be looking for a good race here today. We have Turner here in seventh, and we've got Barry rounding out our field here in eighth place. So what does that have to say, ladies and gentlemen? Well, all these drivers are getting great points tonight, so that's a plus. You can have a bad race here and not even have to maybe consider it as a drop round, because there is potential in the season to have a worse race yet or have a car failure or something like that. So 8th place points for the driver that has the worst day on track today, basically, is great points for the last place driver for racing. So there's lots of positives in the short field here as well. Strategy wise, we've seen last night in the Pro-Am 1 lobby, same cars, same divisions, just we have 2 lobbies worth of Pro-Am drivers this season here at Flat Out Racing North America. We did see a 1-stop strategy finish first and second on the podium, and we've seen a 2-stop strategy finish third. All week long throughout all the other divisions, our amateurs, our pros, and our elite drivers, we did see the 1-stop again prove to be dominant throughout the field. So what are we going to see here tonight in the Pro-Am 2s? Are we going to see that ever so popular 1-stop strategy, or are we going to see that 2-stop strategy that just doesn't seem to quite have enough to get to the top of the podium here lately? We're about to find out here in a few seconds, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to check, make sure all the audios are correct. And it looks, hey, what's up, Cody Thompson? Hashtag Scott, appreciate you, Stefan, my man. Who's that sexy dude in fourth? I don't know. That's that Apex Racing guy. I don't know. You know? We'll have to see how he races, I guess, now. Hey, chat? All right, ladies and gentlemen, so without any further ado, without any more stalling, without any more teasing, let's get to racing, shall we? Kick them tires, light them fires. Let's go racing. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to start this thing off. We're going to jump on with Tyrone. 1 red, 2 reds, 3 reds. False start here, folks. They can't jump the lights, and we're waiting for a green, and we're off, and ooh, number 2 gets a great start. Sweaty Palms gets a great jump here right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how he does coming into turn 1. The leader is not able to defend. Tyrone's going to have to give him the inside here, so Tyrone's going to have to stick it out on the outside. He does a great job. He's going to be side by side coming into turn 2. He's going to get the jump. He's going to stay in first place, so Tyrone Colby takes the lead back from Sweaty Palms coming out of turn 1. Sweaty Palms tucks in. Tyrone breaks a slip immediately, trying to break away. Apex Cupcake right second there, right in there in behind. He's tucked up underneath that spoiler in third place. Got a great start moving up a position very early on. Phoenix up 2 positions, right there chasing Cupcake in fourth place here as well. Woo! CB Mack getting a little bit wide there, and he got a little sideways there, but great job to keep it in 5th place. Fuentes here in 6th. We've got Barry in 7th, and we've got Turner just a little bit behind here in 8th place, and a blacked out car here today. Very interesting. We may have a name for that. We don't know, chat. We don't know. It's up in the Facebook chat for anybody who's curious. Don't forget to like and share while you're there too, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Free thing to help us grow here as content creators and as leagues. So that'd be fantastic if you wouldn't mind doing that. And if you have done so already, you're absolutely lovely, and we appreciate you so much for your support. And we appreciate you either way. We're just messing around here, chat. We do love having everybody here. Hope everybody's having a good night. We're feeling a little rambunctious here tonight, GT45 Gaming, so I do apologize. Family-friendly broadcast as well, folks, so of course you can let the kids come in and watch. We promise there won't be any bad words or anything bad said here during the broadcast here tonight. So with that being said, let's get back to racing as Tyrone Colby comes around in the lead starting on lap 2, and he's trying to get that gap open. He's broke open a little bit. He's about 1.5–2 seconds ahead of Cupcake and Sweaty Palms, who are side by side coming into the Senna S's here, but Sweaty Palms is going to stay out in front of that battle currently here in second place, but Cupcake is looking racy here tonight in his debut. And I don't know what it is about all our drivers on their debut throughout the season here, man, but they come out firing on all cylinders. So something to prove, I'm not sure, but hey, look, the inside coming into turn 4, and he is going to get the job done there. Nice tidy move there by Apex Racing's Cupcake, and he is on the move trying to chase down the leader. So he is looking very feisty here tonight. We have Sweaty Palms here, and he's in third place, and now he's got Phoenix taking a look up the inside here as well. So if he's not careful, Phoenix might get a little bit of a look here on the inside. Is he aware that he's there? I'm sure that he is. He parks it on the apex this time, doesn't allow Phoenix to really gain any ground there, and he's just got a train of cars here. So he's got to keep the momentum up. He's got to chase Cupcake back down here and not start dropping all these extra positions behind these guys who are now battling in the back here. We're with CB Matt now, who is just on the back end of Phoenix there, who is grabbed a little bit of time, but he has a battle on his hands here right now as well, with Phoenix sitting there trying to get a line on him. He went a little bit wide there, so is that going to be enough? Nope, Phoenix is back in behind here as we see him in that rearview mirror, so Phoenix doesn't take the opportunity there. He just tucks back in behind, so maybe he didn't get a good entry or exit out of that final corner. And starting lap 3, it is not too much changed here. Some good battling happening though by the drivers, some very good efficient moves and passes being made very early on in the race, so the drivers are definitely feeling racy here today, which is always fantastic. Mr. Fuentes here in 6th place as well, Mr. Barry in 7th, and Turner's just closing up the pack here, so maybe a little strategy coming from this driver here. He doesn't really seem like he's being too aggressive right now. He's being very conservative. He's just keeping up on the back of the pack there. I don't think that his pace is off. I just think that he may be potentially thinking about a one-stop strategy, perhaps maybe a 2, but the drivers we see just chilling in the back, usually being very patient, are usually the guys that are going for that one-stop strategy. So things really starting to brew up front here. We got Tyrone, who's in first place. He's got a pretty decent little gap right now early on in the race on the rest of the field. So Apex Racing's Cupcake here in 2nd place, and he has Sweaty Palms still there in 3rd chasing, but Sweaty Palms has Matt now really starting to close up on him, so this could be good for Cupcake if Matt, oh, and here we go, so side by side, Matt, no, Sweaty Palms closing the door there, and Phoenix is going to actually get a good run on the outside. That's going to put him on the inside coming into this next corner. He's going to give him a position here, so Phoenix moving up into P4, taking advantage of that little bit of a miscue there from Matt, and he's going to grab a position there. Matt dropping down to 5th place here. Fuentes still in 6th place, and he's just right there with this pack, and he's just chilling back there right now. He's just like, you guys just keep wearing those cars out, we're fine. And then we have Barry and Turner back here, and Turner's now going to try and go up the inside here as we're coming up this final stretch to the start-finish line. Start lap 4, and Turner has that inside line. He's taking a shorter way around the corner, so he should get the position here. As he does move up into 7th place, so Barry dropping back into 8th place here for Flying Fox Racing. And let's see if he responds back coming into the Senna S's. No, he makes a big mistake there, but he does gather the car back up. So really great job to gather the car back up there from Barry from Flying Fox Racing. Tyrone Colby coming around here now in 1st place, just coming around turn 4 here. And looking by the map, he's got a solid 4 or 5 second gap. So the little bit of battling these guys have been doing has cost some time to the leader. And Apex's Cupcake now starting to pull away from this pack as well. So he's in some clean air, can start to more focus on chasing Tyrone Colby down here in 1st place, who has a pretty sizable gap here early on in the race. Matt and Sweaty Palms here, nose to tail basically around the racetrack for the whole race here now for the most part. We have Phoenix now. He's going to look up inside on Matt. Is he going to go for... Ooh, great battling here between these two drivers. So they've been swapping positions back and forth here. Phoenix did have 4th there a minute ago. It just clicked in my brain. Matt getting that position back, and Phoenix battling back for the position here again. So some great battling here in the mid-pack. Phoenix in 5th place. Let's jump on board with this driver. He seems very feisty here today as well. And again, he is doing very well in the series. He's 2nd in championship points coming into the round. So every position does matter here. And he is chasing the guy who's leading the race right now. So he does need to try and gain as many positions as possible. But again, you need to do it smart and safe and strategic here, because these guys got a lot of racing left. Only lap 4 of 30, about to start lap 5 here. And we're looking behind, and these guys are starting to lose Fuentes here a little bit in behind. So side by side does go Sweaty Palms and Matt. Now this is a battle for 3rd place, and Matt is going to tuck up in front for 3rd place. Phoenix is going to go on the outside here, try to hold it in. He could not hold it in there, so he's going to have to just sit in behind here, try to take advantage of that little battle there. Matt moving up into 3rd place now. It's great battling up front here, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to jump on board with Sweaty Palms. And Phoenix is going to take a look coming up the inside here. He's going to go up the left side of that race car, and he is going to get the job done. So we're going to see a cutback move. No, Phoenix blocking that off immediately, coming out on exit there, making sure there is no move made back coming into the corner. And what this has done is allowed Fuentes to close right back up on these guys here in 6th place. So he is right back in the pack again as well. Sweaty Palms losing a couple of positions there to Phoenix and Matt in 3rd and 4th place. Now Phoenix starting to close in on Matt here, and boy oh boy, there's some great battling happening here between our 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place drivers right now. And all this is really doing is allowing Tron, Kobe, and Cupcake currently to just continue to run away. But some great action here for us viewers. Oh, stop, LOL. Sweaty Palms here in 5th place, and he is starting to catch back up to these guys. So this is going to be a very interesting first stint here, ladies and gentlemen. Whether it be a 2-stop stint or a 1-stop stint, we're yet to find out. But Turner here in 7th place, he's gotten around Barry. He's starting to try and make some time up here now on that mid-pack, and if they continue battling the way they are, he's going to have a really great shot at catching up a lot quicker than he probably expects. So Tron Colby, he's just cruising right now. He's on cruise control mode here early on in the race. He's got the lead, he's got a gap, he's got fastest lap on the racetrack, he's got pole position. He's on cloud 9 right now. He's just got to continue running his race, running his strategy, running his pace to see what he can do with it. 6th lap. Lap 6 we're on. My goodness. Apex Racing's Cupcake here. He's coming around turn 4 right now, and you can see he's just got a little bit. He could probably see Tron just as he's coming around this corner going into the mid-sector there. So he does see him still. So Cupcake knows that he's not too far away yet, but Cupcake knows he needs to continue to put it down here and not really lose too much pace if he can. Avoid it, of course, to the leader. They could be on different tires. I mean, a lot of things could be varying here as well. We got Matt, who's starting to get away from that pack now here in 3rd place as well, trying to get away from 4th place driver Phoenix from OBR here, and trying to chase down Apex Racing's Cupcake up in front. So, woo, Phoenix getting a little bit wrong there. A little bit of oversteer coming into that corner there, and it kind of threw that car sideways, and he did a really fantastic job recovering it. But what that's going to do is allow Sweaty Palms to kind of get back into this battle here and see if we can get this position back now on the OBR drivers. So let's see what happens here as we are with this driver. Of course, Sweaty Palms with Flying Fox Racing as well, ladies and gentlemen. So a couple Flying Fox Racing drivers here in this division as well. And it's just a train. 6th, 5th, 6th, and 7th place now, basically nose to tail. Sweaty Palms is going to stay in the mid part of the track. He might have a semi-defensive position. He's going to stay up the inside, but Fuentes just absolutely drives around him there and takes the outside line, and he gets the job done. He makes it stick, and coming into turn 3, he is ahead of Sweaty Palms. So Sweaty Palms dropping down to 6th place here now. Turner is just coming around turn 3 here, so he's slowly but surely starting to make up time on these guys. And Barry's just coming into the S's now. So Tron Kobe, who's just come around that point, now entering the middle sector of this racetrack, and this is the twisty bits. Lots of parachute corners here, left, right, right, left. It's a lot of turning and a lot of throttle control, a lot of rhythm to get through here, right? And you can see he's just letting the track take him around here. He's using the banking in the corners. You can see him getting really tight to the apexes, and if you do that on Interlagos, it really does allow you to get around very, very efficiently. So, and that's what Tron Kobe's doing right now. He's just letting that track keep the car like a train on rails around here. And then it's here where you got to really start putting in the work yourself, because the track, of course, flattens right back out. You come into this super high-speed sector coming into the center S's at the beginning of the next lap here. So, as we're coming to lap 8. What is Tron going to do here? He is going to continue to stay on. Okay, Cupcake coming around here now as Trone just comes around. Where is Cupcake? He is going to be going around again. And he probably will be going around for a few more laps yet by the looks of it so far, but we don't know what these guys are doing for strategies. We have Matt here in third place as well. He is chasing, and he's not too far behind Cupcake here. He's keeping a pretty good steady gap to the second place driver. Fuentes has now moved up into fourth place, so not sure what's happened there, but Fuentes grabbing 2 spots here, and now he's up leading this pack in the middle of the racetrack here in fourth place, with Sweaty Palms in fifth and behind, and Phoenix now in sixth, so maybe another little oversteer moment for Phoenix that we just missed, and causing him to lose a couple positions there. Turner can see these guys now, so he is definitely starting to close in on the pack. And then we've got Barry coming into pit lane here. So at the end of lap 7, Barry already coming into pit lane. Kilt coming in with that like and that share, my guy. How are we doing? Let's go. Cupcake, says Larry. Oh, stop, says Cord. I Cody, the dude that finished fourth. There is some trash talk going on in the Facebook chat. I love it. We love the spirited chat between the drivers while they're watching the races. It's fantastic. So Trone, he's looking real solid here. Very good pace. You can see some 131s and some 132s there in first place on lap 8, about to start lap 9, and he's going to go around again. So Cupcake going to follow him around here. Cupcake is maintaining that gap here now, it looks like, as he's coming around, but Cupcake's going to go into pit lane here. So 2-stop strategy here for Cupcake. Okay, note to self. Let's see where Matt does here as he comes around. Matt's going to go around again. So Cupcake on a 2-stop strategy here. We have Fuentes, he's going to go around again. Sweaty Palms is also going to go around again. Phoenix is going to go around again. Turner is also going to go around again. And Barry just coming out of pit lane there. So where's Trone here is just a little bit behind Barry right now. So Trone may catch Barry here before Trone pits, but we don't know, of course, when our leader is going to make his pit stop here tonight. So welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, and hope everybody's having a fantastic week so far. We're going to ring in Friday with a great GR3 race here for Flat Out Racing North America. And right now, Trone Colby from Team THG is leading that race here in the Pro-Am 2 division and looking very strong. 15-20 second gap here now. Even bigger now that these drivers have pit. Matt is in second place. I'm going to say that he is a solid 15-20 seconds. Fuentes here in third. He's not too far behind Matt, but he has Sweaty Palms all up in his business here. Sweaty Palms take a look on the outside, trying to go for the cutback. Now Phoenix taking a look on Sweaty Palms. He's going to go up on the outside here. Sweaty Palms going to hold that apex. He really holds that apex, takes that nice, good sweeping exit there. But Phoenix going to take a look up the inside. Sweaty Palms gave him the room, and he is going to take it. And Phoenix is going to move back up into P4. So these guys have been battling all race long, swapping these positions around here as we're going around the racetrack. Phoenix moving up into fourth place. Sweaty Palms dropping back into fifth. We've got Turner here in sixth with Cupcake's pit stop. Cupcake is just coming around that sector now. So a couple drivers on the 2-stop strategy so far. Everybody else is currently still running around the track. So maybe a bunch of 1-stops happening. We're not sure yet. Where's Trone? Trone is just about coming around here, so let us see what he is going to do. He's just coming into the mid-sector. Matt here in second place. He's just coming into corner 4 here. Really, the battle has been between this 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place guys for the most part here today. Now, 6th place a little bit behind now because of the pit stop sequences, obviously. But Fuentes here now holding that final step on the podium currently on the race. And he can see Matt up there, so he knows that he's still easily in distance of catching up to. Phoenix is chasing here in 4th place in behind Fuentes. With, of course, Sweaty Palms here in 5th place right behind Phoenix. I mean, these guys have been battling it out like crazy all race long. So, but boy, oh boy, there's been some clean battling, been some great passing going on there. Now Turner's going to try and start to get involved in this here as he's really starting to close up on these guys. Cupcake's just coming into turn 4 here after his pit stop. He's got a little bit of time to make up on these guys, but once those pit stop sequences start to roll through, we may see that changing. We got Barry just coming through with a personal best lap there as well, so he has also made a stop so far in this race. Throwing Kobe in the lead. Let's jump on board with Throwing here as we're going around. Senna S's turn 2 here. I mean, you're full on the throttle at this point here. You're just trying to hold the apex until it starts to just basically push the car out. Just let it take the car out to that curb. Straighten it up and get ready for your next braking point here. You're going to stay not too tight to the right because there's a little bit of a jet out in the track. You're going to just brake right at that little path we see. Again, you're just going to grab the apex and let the corner take you out and just follow it through. Back on the throttle. Take it a little tight here and just let the corner roll you through. He could have went a little further out there, would have gained some time there. About the 50-meter board here, you can see him just brake a little bit and just roll the car through here. Catch both apexes, back on the throttle a little bit, and then on the brakes, going to try and roll real tight onto this curb. You can take a lot of this curb, and it sets you right back up for the next hairpin. Off the throttle and just roll it around the corner. As soon as you're good, back on the throttle and just let this course take you around it. On the brakes here, again, you just want to get this apex, roll through. A little late apex here helps, and just let the corner take you out. Here, catch this apex and just roll through with the apex. Let the momentum carry you around. Braking about here, and you just, again, catch that apex and let the momentum of the racetrack take you around. Great exit there by Throwing Kobe as he comes around, and he's got a really good run coming into this final corner here. Same thing here, you're just going to let the car let physics do the work for you here, basically, and just let the car float out there and just hold a nice straight fast line around the racetrack. Momentum is speed here, ladies and gentlemen. A 133.1 there from Throwing Kobe with that on board, but a nice looking lap there from Throwing Kobe around Interlagos here. So keep pushing Tron. Love Turner's Dark Horse livery. Go Tron and Cupcake. Brandon Schultz coming in with the share. April Hummel's coming in with that like as well. Much love, everybody. We appreciate everybody stopping in. Matt here in second place. Where are we at? Phoenix is now up into third place, so he has found his way around Fuentes. Unfortunately, we missed that move. They weren't too close together there, so we decided to go do that onboard lap. But Phoenix getting the job done, getting back up into P3 here. Fuentes very close behind here, though, in fourth place, and he's looking extremely racy today. This is his best looking race here so far this season, I think, ladies and gentlemen. Sweaty Palms here in fifth place as well, and he's just right there. I mean, he's not out of this battle. He's just chilling back there. He's just going to close up little bit by little bit and do it all over again. Turner is starting to close up on these guys, though. Now, he didn't. Had a bit of a slow race start there, and now he's just started to put the pace in, and he's really starting to close up on these guys in the back. We got Apex Racing's Cupcake, of course, after making a pit stop in 7th. He was in 2nd when he pit, and Barry here in 8th place. He pit when he was in 8th place. So it's a couple drivers on a two-stop strategy right now. We're on lap 12. If we're going to see any more two-stops, we're going to start seeing drivers coming in pretty soon. If we see these guys go around a couple more times, these are definitely going to be one-stop drivers. We see Trone coming in right now, so there we go. Trone coming in for his first stop of the race, so that should give Matt, depending on what he opts to do this time around, the race lead when he does come around here. It's about, on a two-stop, you're looking at about a 40 to 50-second pit stop, and on a full one-stop, you're looking at about a minute to a minute 10, depending if you have damage or not to fix, and of course how much fuel you decide to take in that car. So looks like Matt's going to opt to pit here as well. Let's see what this mid-pack does here now. They've been pretty racy, and Phoenix is going to go around. So is Fuentes, so is Sweaty Palm, so is Turner. So all four of these drivers opting to go around again, and they're all going to take those spots. So Phoenix now our second race leader here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And he has been battling hard, so he is in the race lead here. Fuentes is in second place. Sweaty Palm's making the move. He gets inside into turn 3 there, gets a great run on Fuentes there, and he is going to grab second place off Fuentes. So Fuentes now in the third place, and Turner's now going to look as we're coming into turn 4 here. So Turner's going to be grabbing podium spot here potentially as we come around this corner. Let's see. No, he is going to have to sit back in fourth place as Fuentes absolutely went late braking there and just hummed that BRZ around that corner and saying, not today, my friend. You're going to have to do better than that. Throwing Kobe coming out of pit lane in 5th place. Cupcake just behind here in 6th. Matt now in pit lane, and he has been there for a bit, so he must be taking a good load of fuel there in that car. We've got Jesse coming in with the thumbs up, and Belvoir Winery and coming in with the thumbs up, and Andre coming in with that thumbs up as well, or Andres. Pardon me if I did mispronounce that. We do apologize. Much love, everybody. Hope you're doing fantastic, Jesse, my man. It's been a while, my guy. But Phoenix has taken the race lead here, of course, with that pit stop from Throwing Kobe. So right now he's in a good spot, but this is a great battle that happened here. We got Sweaty Palms and Fuentes still battling for second and third place here. And these guys have been battling for position all race long. Right now it just happens to be for the podium positions. And Turner has got his nose back in here, but he has his nose absolutely said, not today, says Fuentes. He is going to defend that move and just cannot get through right now is Turner. So Turner is looking and working, but Fuentes is doing a fantastic job defending. And on that note, we see Fuentes opting to come in, get out of that battle, come out hopefully in some fresh air, maybe make up some time. So the battle now belongs to Turner and Sweaty Palms here for second and third place, and Turner is only about 6-7 tenths of a second behind here. So that was some great battling by those four drivers for really the better part of the half of this race here so far. And can't wait to see these guys group back up, because you know they're going to put on a show here all the way through. Great battling by our Pro-Am 2 guys so far tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Apex Racing's Cupcake can come back around now, take fifth place with Fuentes stopped there. Of course, the pit stop sequence now starting to come into full circle. Matt here in seventh place, Barry in eighth. Phoenix is our race leader. He has not stopped yet, ladies and gentlemen. So we do have definitely split strategies on the racetrack here. We're going to see some one stops and we're going to see some two stops. It's going to be interesting to see which of the two stops are going to come out on top here in our final race of the week at Interlagos here in Brazil. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, huge shout out to our staff here at Brazil, to all the workers, all the volunteers, to all the guys that keep this track in the shape they do. 5 divisions of racing and a whole week of testing and tuning. 80 plus cars in this racetrack, absolutely beating it up. So much love to Interlagos and the circuit and everybody that absolutely allows us to have some, well, big time fun here as race car drivers. So much love to Brazil and their circuit. It's absolutely amazing racetrack, and it has provided some great action for us here this week, ladies and gentlemen. Let us tell you, whew, that's been some great times. Turner in third place, losing a little bit of Sweaty Palms there, so maybe these guys are conserving a little bit. Maybe they're, a little bit of a lag spike there from Tro and Colby. Hopefully everything is all right there on his end. We've got Apex Racing Cupcake here, and he is closing in on Tron a little bit. I think he's actually about the same distance from Tron as when he pits. So undercut not necessarily working there, but he didn't lose any time either. Fuentes here in 7th now after his first pit stop of the race, and Perry with a half-second track limit penalty. Not having the best race here for himself tonight, but again, 8th place nonetheless is still a really good point. So I definitely can't complain about that here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a bunch of our cars not able to get out to the racetrack here in time for race tonight. They didn't pass the inspection. They would not get them past the wall. The drivers got to get them back to the crews and get those mechanics working on those cars and get them ready for round 6 this weekend at Brands Hatch. So the cars are loaded. They're already sitting in the United Kingdom, and those guys have been testing and tuning all week for the races that you guys are about to see this weekend. So we'll hopefully see some of these missing drivers with those race cars just cruising around this racetrack. Apex Racing's Cupcake here, very, I like that. It's very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very, I don't know, I just like it. I just like the offset coloring on that car, and the pink just makes it, pop. Love it. Matt here, he's got a nice simple little livery here. Little black and red touch to it, always a great touch, and some nice little just good pattern design on that car, making it look nice and tight and clean. Mr. Fuentes here, we got our leaders now making their pit stops here as well, so our pit stop sequence is about to go through here, but we're going to do some livery watching here for a second. So we're going to take a look here, and he's got just a lot of, sponsor stickers and the regular stuff we see on our race cars here. We got our Seaberry here from Flying Fox Racing, that classic Flying Fox livery right there, looking all style and going around the racetrack there. We've got THG, our leader now again, so Tro and Colby getting the race lead back here after those 4 drivers all making their pit stops here, and we're going to just get a shot here, see if our cameraman can get a good look for that beautiful THG livery here by Tro and Colby. Of course, new addition to THG this season, and he's been doing very, very solid since he's joined the team here as well in the racing, so doing a very great job here. Of course, we were watching Cupcakes there just a minute ago. We got Phoenix here, that beautiful OBR livery as well. We've been seeing those things flying around the racetracks all season long, and boy oh boy, these guys sure do make those cars look good out on track. We got Sweaty Palms here. We got to wait for him to get out of pit lane before we can get a good look at his livery here, as we're just tied up in cockpit mode until he gets out of pit lane, and then it will give us back to our TV crews who have been doing a fantastic job here today. Much love to our camera guys too. Fuentes is going to just come back around there in 5th place. He's going to grab that spot on Sweaty Palms and Turner, so a little bit of an undercut working there, and very different livery here for Flying Fox Racing. He's got a nice green and black motif going here, and got that Flying Fox going across those doors there, so looking fantastic. Turner, I think, hold on, let me see if my memory serves me correctly. He calls this one Midnight Stealth, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I mean, you know, lots of people name their cars, so that's the name for this livery on track today. And very mysterious livery on track today. So Barry here in 8th place. So after our pit stop sequence, ladies and gentlemen, we are on lap 17 of 18. So, you know, we do what we do here at GT45 Gaming and let them viewers have a little sneak peek. Hey, what's going on? Onk, stay winning. Never use Derek's secret strategy and never use Derek's secret strategy. Facts. Chris coming in with that like as well. Much love, my dude. How you doing, brother? So, Tyrone Colby in the lead, Apex Racing's Cupcake in second, CB Matt in third. That doesn't change after the round of pit stops. That's where these guys were before the pit stop started. Fuentes is up in 4th place. Now, after a lot of battling between these three drivers right now, he was the one that came out on that front of that little pack, this little juicy racing pack we've had here all night long. Phoenix in 5th place, Sweaty Palms in 6th. Turner out in 7th and Barry right there in 8th. Now, I'm not sure if he has a lead lap deal now, if that's for position, or if he's trying to get a lap back from Turner, but he is definitely starting to look racy here now all of a sudden as well. So, Tyrone Colby coming around. I think that would probably put him back on the lead lap if I'm not mistaken. But he is right on the back of that pack now. So, all 8 guys back up into racing for position here. But Tyrone Colby, he's just cruising. He's on a nice little Sunday cruise here right now. He has no pressure anywhere near him and in behind him. He can just run his race. He can just really try to conserve his race car and try to bring a win home. I mean, lap 18 of 30 here as he just comes across the start-finish line, looking very strong so far. Fastest man on the racetrack right now as well with a 1:31.895 on the racetrack. So pretty quick time there from Tyrone Colby as well. We got Cupcake coming across here in 2nd place and take a little break away from the racetrack, and he's come back a little rejuvenated and refreshed, and he is looking very, very good here tonight in 2nd place. Got Matt here up in 3rd place as well, and he's been doing a great job too. But you can see our 1st to 2nd is quite a big gap, and from 2nd to 3rd is a pretty sizable gap here as well now. The battle is going to be here today, I think, ladies and gentlemen, but these other drivers are going to have to stop again up in front potentially. So looking like they're on a 2-stop strategy where these guys right here, Fuentes, Phoenix, Turner, Barry, Sweaty Palms, these guys are all on a 1-stop strategy. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out for the 2-stop guys. They're really going to have to build this gap up to make that work. But Fuentes currently sitting in 4th place. Phoenix right there tucked in behind in 5th. And let's see if Phoenix is going to make a move here coming into turn 4. Fuentes not opting to defend here. He's just going to stick to the racing line. He is purple as he comes around here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, a little bit spicy off that curb though, but he kept it together. And Phoenix not really able to grab opportunity on that just tiny little mistake there. So, and you can see Turner just in 6th place, just a little bit behind these guys here. So I'm not wondering if there was a little bit of an incident there with I don't know what happened to Sweaty Palms. He's all the way back into P8 here. So Barry in 7th place as well. And he's coming around, and his tires are definitely looking a little worse for wear. And we do see some front aero damage here from Sweaty Palms on his car here. So definitely getting into something or someone, and it's definitely cost him some position on the racetrack. So that's really unfortunate for Sweaty Palms because he was having some great racing going on there for well, like I said, the first half of this race those guys were battling. Hey, Legend, Top Comms. Hey, what's up, Paul? How you doing, my guy? How goes Vegas? Hey, yesterday's event was a lot of fun watching it after the races. You and D together been rocking it. Hey, appreciate you, Onk, my man. Oklahoma Gaming over on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, up in the YouTube chat right now. Definitely go hit that man up. Go throw a sub his way. He is a absolutely blazing fast gentleman, and he's a controller driver, ladies and gentlemen. He could probably teach all those controller drivers out there how to be a elite class driver if you went and asked them. So definitely go check out Oklahoma Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely spectacular dude. Apex Racing's Cupcake here in 2nd place as well, and doing fantastic. This guy is just looking great in his debut here for this week, and Apex Racing bringing in another really great race car driver here into the series, it looks like. So great stuff from one of our title sponsors, Apex Racing. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, our other title sponsor as well is GTR Simulators. Between the two sponsors, they put up a massive prize pool here for our drivers, and we wonder why the racing has been so competitive and so tight and so fierce all season long, because these drivers really are racing Racing for some amazing prizes put up by our sponsors this season. And for more information, of course, you just got to go hit them up on their websites there. There is merch available for sale over at the Apex Racing team website as well. We'll have all those links back up in the chats for everybody again on the weekend here, so you guys can very easily just go and check out what these guys have to offer. Of course, huge for them to come in and support Flat Out Racing North America, and then of course with combination of high pre-graphics coming in and making the stream look all absolutely amazing like he always does. And myself, ET45 Gaming hosting, we've got ourselves some pretty fantastic racing here this season. So it's definitely been a pleasure, and I hope the fans and the viewers and all the race fans out there have been enjoying it as well, because I know I have been. I'm just as much a fan as I am a racer, ladies and gentlemen. So Turner's going to jump up in the 5th with those pits now from Trone and Barry. So Trone on a very alternative strategy here. Barry on a similar strategy, so very short stint there from Trone Kobe on those medium tires, and that's going to allow Apex Racing's Cupcake now to take the lead of this race here. So our third race leader tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and it does belong to Apex Racing's Cupcake, and from him to Matt is like about 12 to 15 second gap currently here on the racetrack, so he's in a pretty good position here right now. Matt chasing again in second. Phoenix here is the first of the one-stop drivers, and again, one of those drivers has been battling like crazy all race long here for position. Sitting very strong in third place here. He's found his way around Fuentes now, and Fuentes is tucked back in behind in fourth place here. Looking quite good as well, so he's having a great race himself. Turner's chasing here in 5th, and again, we've seen this driver not get the best race start here, but he's really turned up the heat in the latter part of this race. Trone Kobe is chasing here in 6th place after that second pit stop. We have our race leader now in pit lane here as well. Sweaty Palms coming around here in 7th, and Barry at 8th. So Matt's going to come around now, and he is going to be our 4th race leader of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, of course, with that pit stop from Apex Racing's Cupcake. So Matt now leading this race, and his gap to 3rd place driver Phoenix is about 15 seconds. So let's see how that plays out for him. Fuentes comes around, he's going to take 3rd from Cupcakes. Turner's going to come around to 4th, going to take that position from Cupcake. Trone is going to come around here as well, and he's going to take 5th place from Cupcake. Cupcake is now just coming out of pit lane, so where's Sweaty Palms in this situation? This is going to be very close here, as he's just coming into the Senna S's here. Cupcake is just coming out of pit lane, so I think Cupcake's probably going to come out ahead here, as Sweaty Palms is just coming out into the Senna S's right now. By the time he gets around turn 3, Cupcake should be almost at speed here. So there is Cupcake coming out of pit lane, and we see Sweaty Palms just coming around turn 3 here now. He's just up to that spot where pit lane exits. So not going to grab that position on Cupcake, but definitely going to make some ground up on him there. And Barry here, of course, rounding out our field tonight in 8th place. So been an interesting evening here for our drivers. It's been a very small field, but CB Matt now, pardon me, leading this race. So I guess the question is, does he stop again? Can he go the rest of the way on his tires and fuel? And can he bring this home for a race win for himself this season at Flat Out Racing North America? Hulky from all the way across the pond. Hey, facts. Tan Effect 2000, made in China for life. Haha. Oh, we miss you, Wonk. We miss you, my man. Matt here in first place. We got Phoenix here in second now. So with that pit stop, Phoenix now hunting for a race lead here, and he is on a personal best lap as well. So fastest lap still does belong to Trone Kobe though, however. Fuentes in 3rd place. He's holding out that final podium position there. He's driving around with his left signal light on, so a little bit of trickery maybe happening on the racetrack here by our 3rd place driver Fuentes. We've got Turner here in 4th place, and he's in that Fox car. It's coming. It is coming on the one-stop strategy as well. He lost a little bit of pace on Phoenix to Fuentes here after the pit stop, so a little bit interesting there. Trone's starting to close in on Turner here as well after he's made his pit stop, and Trone's actually on a purple sector, so he's faster than his fastest lap right now in that sector. Apex Racing's Cupcake in 6th place chasing now as well. Sweaty Palms in 7th, and again Barry here from Flying Fox in 8th. He's just coming around that final corner there. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm losing my voice here this week. And coming around to make that dash for the start-finish line to start his lap 22. So we're almost through. On that note, since we're thinking about it, let's do this. Let's bring this up. Let's go like this. Go like this. Fantastic. Alright. All right. So, as Matt comes around for lap 23, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at our Pro-Am 2 standings here as we come into round 5. So this is official after round 4 in Spain, ladies and gentlemen. We do have THG's Trone Kobe sitting in first place with 68 points. OBR's Phoenix sitting in second with 63 points, so only 5 points behind here. Sweaty Palm sitting in third from Flying Fox Racing with 58 points. C. Turner with 44 points. Mao with 37 points, RJ with 35 points, Fuentes with 27 points, Ramirez with 22, Average Tom with 18, C. Barry with, I can't see it because my mouse is blocking it, 14 points, CB Matt with 9, Mr. Rev Prozac with 8 points, and Mini Dan 28 with 4 to round out our Pro-Am 2 standings. So, some of these drivers are going to benefit from some of the missing drivers here in the race today, and they are going to grab some positions. Swear I'm starting for a cupcake now. Licking my lips. Ooh, it's getting spicy. Chat, it's getting spicy. We love it. We love it. Matt in the lead. And when is he going to make a pit? He is going to have to make a pit. I am going to tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen. But it's a matter of when is he going to opt to make that pit stop now. He could go around one more time if he chooses, or he could do it now. But judging by what I'm seeing here, he only has the fuel for one more lap in that race car, and he is going to dive in. So Phoenix is coming around that final corner here right now. His driver's on a one-stop strategy. He's not going to need to stop again. He is in it for the long haul here, and he is bringing a tow of cars with him. So let's see where these guys come out in comparison. Matt's only got 7% fuel in that car, so I'm guessing these guys are going to grab these positions from him here. So Phoenix there, Fuentes also coming into pit lane, did not expect that. Phoenix going to take the race lead back here, so he is now leading the race for the second time tonight here as well. And he's on a one-stop strategy here, so he is looking very solid here right now. The next driver is Trone Kobe, who just dives down the inside coming into the set of S's here to grab a second place from C. Turner there, so that was some great timing. Great move set up there by Trone Kobe, and Trone Kobe now in second place chasing our first place driver Phoenix, and there is about 15 to 20 seconds there, so I don't know if Trone Kobe's got the time to make up on Phoenix with that gap. With only 6.5 laps remaining. It's going to be a tall order. Apex Racing's Cupcakes now moved back up into fourth place here, and he is a little bit behind these two, so he's got his work cut out for him here. CB Matt in fifth place. He's come out just not too far behind Cupcake as well. Sweaty Palms now moved himself back up into sixth place. Fuentes in seventh after that pit stop, and Barry here rounding out the field. So OBR's Phoenix now leading this race, ladies and gentlemen, as we're coming around the mid-sector of this racetrack, actually coming out of the mid-sector and around the final corners here. Phoenix is going to come around that start-finish line in the race lead to start lap 25. 6 to go, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, let's jump on board with our race leader here. We'll do it on board, but let's go into this cam, and we'll go on board with Phoenix here now at the latter part of our race as he takes us around Brazil's Interlagos on lap 25 of 30, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, great lap there by our race leader Phoenix from OBR, and this gentleman has been flying in the middle stretch of this season so far, leading into the midway part. He has made up a ton of ground in the standings, and now looking very, very well in place for a race win here, round 5. So 5 laps to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Tron Kobe's chasing. He is closing that gap up on Phoenix, but does he have enough time to close it all the way? I would say it was much bigger than that last time around, so he's doing a great job at really trying to track Phoenix down. Turner here in 3rd place, and he has lost Tron Kobe there in 2nd place, so either Turner can just settle with 3rd place here, continue to push to try and catch Tron Kobe, or make sure this guy right here, Apex Racing's Cupcake, doesn't catch up. So he is coming around turn 4 here, and he isn't too terribly far from Turner either. Matt here in 5th place, also chasing Cupcake, as he's just coming around turn 4 there, and he is a little bit closer to Cupcake than Cupcake is to Turner. Sweaty Palms here in 6th place, and you can see he's just coming up to turn 4 here, so these guys spread out a little bit, but Fuentes starting to make some ground up here, and we're getting racy for 6th and 7th place, ladies and gentlemen. Sweaty Palms and Fuentes. So, Sweaty Palms, I'm really shocked he didn't go across the track when he had the opportunity there to defend this corner. So, Fuentes is going to take the inside line coming into the corner here, but if he floats out wide, Sweaty Palms might have a run on him here, and he does float out a little bit wide, but Sweaty Palms opting not to take the run. He's going to take a very wide entry here and try and get a good run into this next corner, float around this corner, and try to get him on the exit here. So, let's see if he can get the job done. He does make some ground up here. Again, he's going to go for a really wide entry here, and you can see Fuentes going a little bit defensive here at the moment, trying not to give that position back to Sweaty Palms. So Sweaty Palms is just chilling here right now. He's just going for the nice exits, and it's just allowing him really to pull back up in behind Fuentes here. So let's see if Sweaty Palms can get the job done coming around the final corner here in the slipstream. David Walters coming with that light. Nolander B-Fam coming with that light as well. Much love, everybody. Hey, Nolander, we appreciate you, my guy. So Fuentes doing a good job of keeping Sweaty Palms off his back there, and Sweaty Palms again does have some damage, so it is a little tough for him to keep up in these longer straights, and I think that is where the struggle for Sweaty Palms is, to get around Fuentes right now, as he is still sporting that front aerodynamic damage on his racing car today. So he has been toughing it out for quite some time now with that damage, and I thought he would have fixed it, but I guess he didn't. So Phoenix in 1st place here, and the door is starting to close up here. Tron Kobe is just entering the corner. We just seen Phoenix come through. So Tron Kobe is really pushing to try and catch our race leader here. We're almost on lap 28. When these guys come around here, it is going to be lap 28. We'll be at 3 to go, ladies and gentlemen. And we may see a showdown here for 1st place potentially between Tron Kobe and OBR's Phoenix, but Tron is definitely trying to catch him. So let's see what we got here on lap times. Let's see this lap difference around 133.1 here from Phoenix as he comes around, and then Tron is on a 132.2, so Tron is almost a second faster than the leader currently. Turner here is coming around. He's at a 133, same pace as the leader. Apex's Cupcake coming around. Looks like his pace is about the same. He's going to drop in a 132.6, so he is actually faster than the guys up in front right now as well. Matt's coming around with a 132.3, so he's flying. Fuentes comes around. What is he going to put down here? All these guys are just cruising right now, putting in some of their best laps of the race here. Of course, on fresh tires and some low fuel does help that out a little bit. We've got Sweaty Palms here, and he's been battling that damage, so he has really been struggling with that race car to find speed in it now, as he's probably losing some miles per hour in his acceleration points. So Phoenix in the lead, but Tron is pushing. Let's jump on board with Tron here for a minute and see what he sees as he comes around this corner here. And let's see what he can see. He knows the leader's up there, so he can see him. It's starting to get a little bit foggy out on the racetrack. The clouds are starting to settle in, so the track is going to be quickly changing here at the end of the race as well. That could affect some of these drivers. It could catch them off guard here. We'll have to pay attention to see if any of these drivers start making little minor mistakes just due to the changing conditions outside, of course. But Phoenix had a great exit there. You can see him just up ahead there. Tron knows he's there, but can he catch him? Turner's just coming around the corner here. He can't see Tron anymore, so that's a tough spot to be in 3rd place. But he can't see Cupcake right now either. Apex Racing's Cupcake is there, though. I mean, he is right there, but CB Matt is chasing. And we're really starting to see these guys really start to put the pedal to the metal. I think it's just a little too late for some of these guys to catch that guy up in front. But boy, the pace has really picked up here at the end of this race in our Pro-Am 2 division tonight. And Phoenix coming around here on his second last lap, the white flag lap here, ladies and gentlemen. He is flying, so if turn 4 right here, and he's going to be going into the infield sector, and Trone is not that far behind. He's just making that corner right now. Trone is doing everything he can to catch up to Phoenix right now. He is pushing that car as hard as he can, and you can see the time is closing. He is making time up. Turner in third place. Where's Cupcake right now? He hasn't quite closed up as much as I'm sure he'd like to right now, but he does need to worry about this guy here in 5th place too, because this gentleman is definitely closing in of 131.870. He's actually now the fastest man on the racetrack, as he just takes that fastest lap away from Tron Kobe there as well last time around. So Matt flying around this racetrack right now. But Phoenix coming around here. He's coming around this final corners. And it's going to be 1 to go, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to be kicking this thing out here with a checkered flag very shortly. Trone chasing. He is chasing. Trone is, he can see him. It's not just a pixel up there anymore. He can actually see that car up ahead of him now, even through the fog a little bit. So Trone is just going to have to send it this lap and hope he can catch up and hope he doesn't make a mistake and cost himself 2nd place here. Phoenix coming into the Senna S is in 1st place, and he's looking very strong here, but Trone is chasing. Trone is pushing. Trone catch him. We don't have any immediate battles happening on the track, but we definitely got that mid-pack starting to close back up here again too, so we're going to have to go keep our eyes on that here pretty soon. But we're definitely going to be following our race leader here, as we know that 2nd place driver is also closing up. And I'm just monitoring those gaps right now on that radar, but Phoenix looking super strong here in the lead again tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And this might be a back-to-back? I can't remember. I don't know, between him and Trone, they've been winning a lot of races, so it's been great battling between these two drivers up front here this season. And it is down to 1.5 seconds here as we're coming around this midfield sector. Trone is doing everything he can to close that gap up and give himself a chance coming into the final corner. I think it's just a little too late here for Trone Kobe, but boy, has he ever done a fantastic job at closing up that massive gap after his 2nd pit stop here. So here we go, coming into the final corner. Which one of these two is taking that checkered flag first? You can see Trone's pushing. Can he get the run? Can he get the slip? Is he going to have enough time? It's going to be close. Ooh, here we go, come on, he's going to get it. Phoenix is going to get it, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think Trone has enough time. Trone is not going to be able to catch up to Phoenix. He's going to go to OBR Phoenix. 1st place belongs to OBR Phoenix for round 5. 2nd place very closely fought by Trone Kobe. Great battling by these two drivers to get up into 3rd place to see what's happening here. Turner's going to come around here, 1-stop driver as well. So 1 stop takes the win, a 2-stop takes 2nd, and then 1 stop is going to take 3rd place from Flying Fox Racing. Apex Racing's Cupcake just a 2nd behind. CB Matt just a 2.5 behind him. Those guys were super close. 1 more lap, and that was for sure going to be an epic battle. Fuentes here in 6th place. Solid race from him. Very low on fuel though, and he's going to come around here in 6th place for himself. Great race from him. Sweaty Palms fighting that damage, but he's still going to come out with a solid 7th place race finish here for Flying Fox Racing. So great job to Sweaty Palms here as well. And he is he's just ran out of fuel. He's going to coaster across the finish line here, chat. And there he goes. So that car went to 0% fuel just as he came around that final little corner there. And Barry coming around here to round out our race today. Whew, that was a pretty good race for our small field of drivers today, Chad. I gotta tell you, I'm pretty impressed. These guys definitely never ever disappoint here at Flat Out Racing North America, that's for sure. And you can see Barry here, maybe not very happy with how his race went today, swinging that car side by side, but he's going to bring it home here in 8th place, and still good points here for Barry. So not a whole lot to be too ashamed of there, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just going to kick it over to the podium interview screen. Don't worry, we're still going to be there. You're not going to lose me. There we go. Beautiful little transitioning in the audio now with Streamlabs. They've made it a little bit better for us here. Lucky it wasn't 31 laps. Trone was on a 1-1. GG boys. Good drive. Cupcake. Top 5 boy. Hey. The boys at the Apex Racing Clubhouse have been on fire all week long here. So much love to them. So if any of our podium finishers are available for podium interviews, of course, we know where to do it in the chat. I will be right there. Oop. We're just doing a little mild typing here, chat. Don't mind me. You know, just setting up the pretty stuff, the awesomeness of streaming, and all that fun stuff we get to do. Because it is fun. This is a lot of fun. I really do enjoy broadcasting these races like this. I really, really do. Um, it just comes easy when you're having fun, I guess, right? And when the vibe on the racetrack is as good as it has been all season long for Flat Out Racing North America, I mean, I look forward to every single broadcast that happens all throughout the week. I was really disappointed we didn't get to do our pros in round four. It looked like it was a really fantastic race, but due to the lobby conditions, we just didn't get to see it. But we will get to see a rerun of that race at the end of the season. But not to take away from our Pro-Am 2 guys here, who really put on a great final week race for us. Again, only 8 drivers on track, but in my opinion, that was a fantastic race. That was some excellent, excellent clean battling, and that was some efficient battling on the racetrack. When these guys committed to make that move, they made that move, and you can't ask for much more than that. So we do have 2 of the drivers in the chat. I'm not surprised that we don't have one of them in there. We'll see if he pops in here, but we haven't been able to speak with that driver yet all season, so it's unfortunate, but that's all right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are in that booth with our drivers, and like I said, we do have 2 of the 3 drivers with us here. So we do have our third and our second place finishers in the comms box, and Phoenix may or may not pop in. He hasn't made an interview yet this season, which tells me maybe he just doesn't have the time to be able to get into the interviews during the rebroadcast, which is totally understandable. Doesn't take away from the fact that he had a really fantastic race. So we're going to start with our third place finisher, Mr. Turner here from Flying Fox Racing, coming out with a one-stop strategy. Now, you had a little bit of a very slow race start. Was that a planned slow race start, or was that just you just didn't get off the line very good there and lost touch with the pack early on?
I just completely got that first turn wrong and went way wide. And it was just trying to catch up for the first probably 6 or 7 laps.
Well, you did
But
a you,
yeah, the braking area didn't show up, and that's what I use as a reference.
oh, I
And
gotcha.
completely got it wrong.
Well, I mean that happens, but I mean you put your head down, you put your foot in the gas pedal a little bit, you found your rhythm, and when that rhythm kicked in, you really closed the group up on that first stint, and then you made that pit stop, and then it was just all business from there. The battling that you guys were having there, especially in the mid pack early on too, in the first part of the race, was just absolutely crazy. I mean, talk us through the race. You were really involved in the race today in several different battles. Just talk us through it here today.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I just had clean air for most of the race, so I just put my head down and tried to stay consistent. And little by little, started to gain my way back up. But yeah, those last like 5 or 6 laps, I was on the rims pretty much, so it was pretty nerve wracking.
P3, you had Tro and Kobe, a great battle for Tro and Kobe there. But when Tro and Kobe made the move on you going to the S's there, were you aware that he was definitely on a different pit strategy and fresher tires? And then was of course the objective just to try and use his slipstream to catch up, hopefully to the first place driver as the end of the race was nearing?
Yeah, I knew Tron was on fresher tires, and I didn't have a chance to defend against them, so I just kind of let him by and was hoping that I could keep my tires long enough to hold off Cupcake towards the end. That was the plan anyway.
Cupcake was definitely gaining on you, but I think he was going to need a couple more laps. So you did a really good job at managing that gap to the fourth place driver. And I mean, and not to take away from Cupcake his debut race there this week as well. So congratulations to Cupcake as well for a really solid fourth place finish here in his debut this season. But you did what you needed to. The one stop strategy. Do you think that played a big role in managing to hold down a podium position today?
Most definitely, with that start, I was on the back foot most of the race, so being able to avoid traffic and just kind of keep my head down and work through the race, it really helped out. I didn't have to battle a lot of people. Most of my passes were done with people in the pit, so it really worked out for me this week.
Absolutely. And was a one stop the ideal situation for you coming into the race, or did you change that based off the way the race started for you?
No, the one stop was going to be the plan. until I made a mistake, which didn't happen. I mean, after that first turn, I kind of just stayed right in the middle of the track and held it to the very end. But yeah, the one stop's what me and the Foxes we worked on all week.
Absolutely, and I mean, a great race from you, put one on the board for the Flying Fox Racing Team here as well, ladies and gentlemen. So, great job, Brands Hatch this weekend here. How do you feel about Brands Hatch?
I love Brands Hatch and VRZ. That's an extremely fun track to be on, so I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely, well, fantastic stuff, and I mean, really great racing from you this week. You're really starting to settle into the season here. You're really starting to show your pace, and guess we'll have to wait to see if you've got what it takes to be on that podium in Brands Hatch. Shout outs and thank yous, my guy.
Just to my team. I mean, we work hard every week just to get these strats right, and I mean, past 2 out of 3 races, it's really helped me out quite a bit. So Sweaty Palms, he's been the one to help me the most with that. And a shout out to Beefcake Haley, as you know, is S Haley from the Pro Am P2 or P1 division. He helped me become the racer I am today. So a shout out to him as well.
Well, cheers, and you know it's that's exactly what it's about. It's just the community. You know, you never know who's going to be the one that really stands out most to you as a racer that's helped the most, or whatever the case may be. So, much love to you, and of course, Flying Fox Racing, and of course everybody who shows you that support week in and week out, because it's showing great results, my man. And again, can't wait to see what you got for us in Brands Hatch coming up this weekend.
I appreciate it, man. Look forward to talking to you next week too, hopefully.
Oh, there we go. Shots fired for the Pro Am 2 boys. Turner is predicting a podium finish, ladies and gentlemen. Wink, wink. Definitely got to stay tuned to see if he's a man of his word behind that race car in round 6. Great job, my man. Again, great racing. All right, so we are going to move to our championship points leader coming into the race round here. This is our gentleman that finished in second place, THG's Trone Kobe, and this guy's been on fire all season long. He has really started to settle into his season. He's looking very strong out there, and just didn't quite have enough to take down Phoenix today. So talk to us about your race and how you felt it went for you.
My race felt pretty good. Um, when first starting the race, we I just got away from everybody, and I was working with two-stop strategy. But towards the end, by the time I passed Turner, I was 9.7 seconds away from Phoenix. But I managed to knock that 9 seconds down. By the time I got close to Phoenix, it was too late. I was only like under 700 seconds away. One more lap, I would have had that P1, but my race felt pretty good today.
Absolutely, and I mean, you did an amazing job at shutting down a very large gap in a very short amount of time. And you did that in about 5.5 laps, just falling a smidge short. So, got to tighten up the standings a little bit. You were only separated by 5 points coming into the race. With that win, that's going to give them a 4 point advantage. But you did have that pole position point, so you should still just be sitting nice and tidy up there in the point standings. But it is definitely a lot tighter. So a little more pressure starting to build for you up top there. How do you approach that now moving into Brands Hatch next week?
You gotta practice brass hatch, and gotta come up with a W and with the pass us up, hopefully. Uh, Phoenix is a tough competitor, I must say.
Absolutely, he's been showing incredible pace all season long, and he definitely showed it again here today. A little bit of a different strategy from you today. Do you think that might have been the deciding factor there?
Yeah, I think so. The one stop wasn't working for me. Um, I always try to go for the underdog strat. So, but it worked out pretty good today.
It did work out very good today. I think that was probably the best of the two stop finishers we've seen all week long through all the divisions. Actually, now that I think about it, so and I mean, you were right there. You were in the clutches of potentially having first place there. So definitely not a bad strategy here from Tyrone Colby tonight. It was a very alternative two-stop strategy as well, which I think made the difference. You turned one of those stints into a very short stint, and really just maximized that soft compounded tire here today. So that was some really great strategy and some great racing from you today. I mean, really, we just can't wait to see what you got for us next week, moving over to the United Kingdom. Anybody you want to thank or shout out to, Tron?
Um, Shout out to THG. Shout out to you for great commentary. And shout out to all our sponsors, Apex Racing and TTR Simulator. And High Praise, with the great graphics and everything.
Absolutely. Cheers. Hey, we appreciate you. And again, just great racing. And I mean, this is really starting to turn out to be a battle between you and Phoenix up top there. So, have you at least been enjoying this very fierce battle you two have been having all season?
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I just gotta get away from them, that's all.
Spoken like a true competitor, my man. Well, congratulations, and again, just another great race here from you this week. So, thanks for taking a little bit extra time away, yourself and Turner, to come and talk to me here tonight, and maybe we'll be talking to you next week.
Yeah, maybe as the winner.
Yeah, well, there we go. Ooh, we got some pre-race predictions coming in. Boy, oh boy, this Pro Am 2 lobby is fired up, chat. Let me tell you, these boys are definitely in it to win it. Hey, we love that. Great stuff, my man. And great racing, I guess, from everybody as well. So, congratulations on the second place finish, and enjoy the result, my man.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that concludes round five for Flat Out Racing North America. But we have to talk about this guy right here. Unfortunately, we don't have him in the comms box, and it's really unfortunate. We haven't been able to talk to this gentleman yet this year. This is OBR's Phoenix, ladies and gentlemen, Team OBR. They are a Pan American team, South American team. I'm not 100% which one. If a Puerto Rican e-racing team, I'm not 100% sure. Somewhere in along those lines, but they're a really great group of dudes. They came in here really strong in numbers at the beginning of the season, and some of them have just opted to step out for this season due to various reasons. Some of them have real life things going on. Some of them just are upset with the way that the game conditions are potentially. And of course, we do have some of these OBR guys still in here racing and competing. And let me tell you, the ones that are here still racing and competing are quick, chat. And Phoenix is one of those guys. All season long, this guy has shown right from round one that he is fast and he can race and he is not scared to make a race out of the race. So I think that this driver here has a great shot at taking Tyrone Colby down off of the top of that championship standings this season. It is definitely going to be a fight so far. It's looking between these top two drivers we see on this podium screen here right now. Not to take anything away from the rest of the great division that's chasing behind these guys, but these two just seem to be on a little bit of a different level right now in their racing. So Brands Hatch is a different beast, ladies and gentlemen. It's a short, quick little racetrack. We're going to be seeing minute 20 lap times around Brands Hatch, a little over. And it's not an easy track to pass on. These are big, wide GT3 race cars. They have a lot of horsepower. And it is going to be really hard for these guys to get around this track and battle as much as we've seen this coming week in Brands Hatch. Brands Hatch is going to be a lot more of a strategic style race. We're going to see a lot more patience driving. We're going to see guys waiting for guys to make mistakes and take opportunities at doors opening at Brands Hatch. There's only a couple of really solid passing opportunities there, and if you miss them, you're just kind of in line waiting for the next one. So round 6 starting Saturday night with our amateur division here, ladies and gentlemen. Presented again by Flat Out Racing North America. The sponsors here are GTR Simulators and Apex Racing Team, and of course I'm your host for the evening, GT45 Gaming. So Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time live, we will be bringing you our amateur division in that beautiful GT3 Mercedes AMG, and it'll be round 6, game on before the holiday season. So we hope to see you all back on Saturday tell your friends, tell their loved ones that we got some awesome racing here that needs to be watched on Saturday. And we love you so much for coming in and hanging out with us here tonight. If you haven't liked and shared the stream, if you wouldn't mind doing so, it'd be fantastic. It's a couple free little things that we can do, and it just helps the page grow. It forces Facebook and YouTube to send it out to more people, and that's what helps our pages grow. So if you wouldn't mind, that'd be fantastic. And thank you for being here. Just your support, watching the show, and hanging out with us is all we really ask for. But if you're feeling a little extra festive this season, hit us with a like and a share. And if you really enjoy the content and you want to continue to see more, hit that follow or that subscribe on the YouTube and Facebook channels. Turn on all those live notifications. You'll never miss another moment of the hot racing action here at Flat Out Racing North America. Thank you so much for being here, ladies and gentlemen. It's holiday season, so I do have a very important message for everybody viewing here tonight. It's holiday season. We all have parties to go to, celebrations. We all have, staff Christmas parties, some of us, etc., things like that. It's just 'tis the season, ladies and gentlemen. So please, be safe out there. Be smart out there. Do not drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you have a safe ride home, whether that be somebody who's just a designated driver with you, a taxi cab, something that you have set up, you have a room to stay at where you're celebrating. Please be safe. We want to see all the brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, and granddads and grandmoms out there enjoying those precious moments of life that do really, really disappear quickly as we get older. So please cherish those moments. Be safe out there, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, stay winning, because you all matter. We'll see you Saturday evening.